How significantly has Margaret Fuller shaped the course of feminism and literature? Now, there's a question that begs for a deep dive. Margaret Fuller, a name synonymous with pioneering feminist thought, profound literary criticism, and relentless social reform. Born in the early 19th century, she was a woman ahead of her time, challenging societal norms and daring to dream of a world where women were equal to men. Her pen was her sword, her words, her armor. As an editor, she wielded her influence to champion the rights of women, using the power of literature to challenge, to provoke, and to inspire. As a social reformer, she stood against the tide, lending her voice to the abolitionist and transcendentalist movements. Her impact is seen, felt, but often overlooked. Now, journey with us as we delve into the remarkable life of Margaret Fuller. Born in 1810, Margaret Fuller's journey began in Cambridgeport, Massachusetts. As the firstborn child of a lawyer and a congressman, Margaret's formative years were anything but ordinary. Her father, Timothy Fuller, recognized her potential from a young age and took it upon himself to provide her with an education that rivaled any boys of her time. He introduced her to a world of knowledge, from Latin and Greek classics to mathematics and history. This rigorous education, often demanding yet profoundly enriching, fueled Margaret's intellectual curiosity and developed her analytical mind. As Margaret grew older, her voracious appetite for knowledge only intensified. She sought to understand the world around her, constantly questioning societal norms and conventions. This early exposure to a vast array of disciplines and her innate desire to question and learn would shape her into the intellectual powerhouse she was destined to become. This thirst for knowledge would later form the foundation of her feminist ideologies. Fuller's intellectual prowess led her to significant roles in the literary world. With an unquenchable thirst for knowledge and a fiery spirit, Margaret Fuller became the first editor of The Dial, a transcendentalist journal where she published many of her early literary criticisms. Her astute insights and sharp pen earned her recognition, shaping American literary thought in the process. Most notably, Fuller penned the groundbreaking work Woman in the 19th Century, a seminal piece in feminist literature. In it, she argued for women's right to self-determination, a radical idea during her time, but one that would set the tone for future feminist movements. Beyond her literary accomplishments, Fuller was a staunch advocate for social reform. She championed causes such as abolitionism and women's rights, using her platform to amplify the voices of those often overlooked. Fuller's writings and actions were a beacon of hope for women of her time and continue to inspire even today. Her legacy remains a testament to the power of words to spark change. Margaret Fuller's impact on feminism and literature is profound and enduring. As a pioneering feminist thinker, she relentlessly championed for women's rights and equality. Her seminal work, Woman in the 19th Century, is often considered America's first major feminist treatise. It not only challenged prevailing attitudes towards women's roles in society, but also laid the groundwork for future feminist movements. Moreover, her role as an editor and literary critic allowed her to shape the literary landscape of her era. She used her position to promote women writers and to push for greater diversity in literature. Even today, Fuller's ideas continue to resonate in contemporary feminist discourse. Her belief in education as a means of empowerment, her assertion of women's right to self-fulfillment, and her advocacy for social reform are all concepts that remain relevant in our society. Fuller's legacy remains a testament to her intellectual capacity, her unwavering belief in equality, and her ability to challenge societal norms, making her an undeniably significant figure in the history of feminism and literature.